Welcome to this channel. This channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So yesterday I shared a YouTube on snake body crane limbs. And in the YouTube I say that just knowing the snake body crane limbs, the terms, is not enough. Even if one knows what is the snake body and crane limbs, it is also not enough. And you need to know the short strike momentum, Shaolin short strike momentum, or else you really don't know what it is. So due to that, many of our Wing Chun friends asked me to elaborate with example. So today I'm going to share with you and clean this thing up once for all. Now the first thing, you see, we cannot say, according to my research, and that's it. Well, when people say, according to my research, is actually saying, I think, when they do not present any evidence. Now, when you talk about Wing Chun, you need to know what it is. Wing Chun is not about research. Wing Chun is about what it is. Okay? Because when you face somebody like Xi Xiaodong, you don't go to talk to Xi Xiaodong. According to my research, you don't have historical evidence, you don't have sports science evidence. You say, this is my research. You think Xi Xiaodong is going to buy it? And you don't know how the thing works. Do you think Xi Xiaodong is going to buy it? Well, we are not talking about who beat who. We are talking about, if I talk Kyokushin, then I need to be able to perform how the Kyokushin perform. If I talk BJJ, I better be able to do what BJJ do. Instead of my opinion, my research, okay? And then using term, south, snake engine, snake body, crane rims. What is it? What is all of this? So today I want to share with you simple stuff. If you know that the art of Wing Chun 1850, if you really know it, you train with it. It's like I train in Kyokushin. I know what is Kyokushin. I can show you what is Kyokushin. Doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that I am the best of Kyokushin. No, it is just you present what you know. You really know, you really experience. Same thing with Wing Chun 1850. You need to be able to be proficient in that in order to talk about it or give your opinion instead of playing expert for nothing. So, what is this snake body crane limb stuff? Well, according to 1850s Wing Chun in writing, not my research or this research, that research, it is historical, technical fact. And now we can prove it with scientific, sports science. Wing Chun in the Red Book is actually based on Shaolin short strike momentum handling because it is a fighting art. The body is based on Mei Shi Zhuang, which is the snake body. And there are some techniques of white crane Fujian, which is call it as the crane limbs. So, the core of Wing Chun is not in Fujian white crane. Now I want to share with the entire world. Why? Because I train it. It's my transmissions. Now, the core of Wing Chun is the Shaolin short strike. You need to know the uniqueness of the fighting, the Tip San Twin Da, sticking body short strike. You all went to movie, Wing Chun movie, Kung Fu movie, they tell you Wing Chun is the southern Tip San Twin Da. What is that? Well, that is the sticking body short strike momentum from Shaolin. Now, the snake body. The snake body is simply mean the body is conditioning using today's term. Okay? You have a really fluent mobility and stability continuum of your entire body. Okay? So the entire body is very fluent in terms of the stability and mobility continuum. That's why the entire body, every joint, be able to spin, rotate, torque from the feet to top of the head. If you look at the stability and mobility continuum chart I showed yesterday in my YouTube, you see the entire, all the joints. You'll be able to use it, okay, in the way so that you'll be able to realize or implement from your feet to top of your head. It be able to spin when you want to get close or get sticking to his body, or when you already close. So that's your body, okay? Now, so today we can very simply say it is a really proficiency in handling the mobility and stability continuum in the way of the short strike momentum needed. So what is the crane's limb? Well, crane limbs is just some techniques, which is the Wing Chun 1850 adapt from the white crane Fujian. Namely, the Zhao Yang techniques. This is Zhao Yang. You can see there's a writing inside that 1850s writing. And this crane techniques is just a small part. The major is you need to know the short strike. The major is you have to have the body built to do the job. For example, a good Western boxer will have a good way to handle his mobility and stability continuum. A good BJJ practitioner, same thing, he will have a very proficient in handling his entire body stability and mobility continuum, but they handle it different. Why? Because the momentum of Western boxing and the momentum of BJJ in fighting is a different thing. Got it? So, if you're keeping talking about, crane limbs, snake body, crane limbs, snake body means soft. What the heck is that? What does it do in the real fight? Okay? So, you got it? How to fight? That is Shaolin short strike. That is called sticking body short strike. Tiếp săn tuyến đá. How is this body? It's the snake body, snake engine. That's from May. That is just mean in today's language, meaning you be able to handle your stability and mobility continuum proficiently to serve the needs of the sticking body short strike. The crane from Fujian, there's just some techniques like the Zhao Yang. So the crane is a very small portion. You need to know the Shaolin short strike. That is the base. Otherwise, there's no way to fight. Like if you don't know BJJ is going down to the ground, what are you doing? You just talk about the body, body, body. Okay? So get that. So if people have no idea on Shaolin short strike, keeping talking about snake body and have no idea on snake body is the handling of your mobility and the stability continuum of your all joints, and talk about soft internal engine, or some even say like Tai Chi. They just mean that they don't know what it is. Or soft structure. I mean, how the hell is that it is a soft structure? Well, in the fighting, in the short strike, it is all dynamic. And then the crane is just that, like the Zhao Yang of the white crane, the trade knot. It's like quote unquote the trade knot of the Fujian Zhao Yang. Okay? So that's all what it is. Now, in fighting, these days people like to share like, oh, I'm this close. I have my my arm here so that I be able to take over his structure or take over his frame, or I be able to sink his force or jing down to my feet. Sorry, this is exactly the trouble of people who have no idea what is a sticking body short strike, or what is Wing Chun, or what is Wing Chun 1850. Why? Because Wing Chun 1850 is based on Shaolin short strike and based on Qi Ji Guang. The first principle is you never block or resist. Thus, you never stand there, far or close to do this type of stuff. Like, well, I can take his power, or I can fa jing to him, or whatever. Okay? Qi Ji Guang's bottom line is you strike. You strike right away. There is no parry or resisting. You striking. Okay? You strike, you attack right away. The second, so you can ask, how are you going to strike? Well, the way how the Shaolin short strike or sticking body strike is concess without concessions. Meaning, he strike me, I just changing an angle in. Like this bong sao, I'm not going to use this bong sao, all this, I have this power, or I taking his frame, or whatever, get his power down to my feet. You don't do this. Sticking body short strike is the strike in, you got in right away. It's called concess without concessions, or concess without conceits. He won this position, I give it to him. I'm attacking him here. Well, now, the third thing you need to know about short strike is when you're attacking here, the leg is already here attacking him too, where the body close in. So you have two arm. You have the body arm, which is lean pressure in. You have leg, which is there attack, and you'll be able to trip or throw him or sweep him. Okay? Now, concess without concessions, concess without conceit is soft. It's soft. And that is why you need the snake engine, snake body. Why? Because when he attacked me, I slips in. That slips in. You need to be able to handle all your mobility, stability, continuum of your joints, of your body. To behave like a snake slips in. Have you ever seen a snake blocking like you? Or you see that if you try to beat a snake slips in and stung you right away. That's the idea of snake body. Okay? And the leg attack. So, Wing Chun 1850 guys, when it's facing an attack, right away it will slips in. Attack, this is attack. Okay? And it never stand there using your bong sao, try to handle his structure or his frame, or control his structure of his frame, or fa jing, or get his strength down to the ground and standing this far away. Are you kidding? If this is Xi Xiaodong, you think you'll be able to fa jing and handle his frame? Look at all the fight of Xi Xiaodong. Can you take that momentum, one shot? Of course, you know, it is naive to think about all those stuff. So, if he strike you, right away you strike him. That is called no block, no resist, you strike him. That is the Qi Ji Guang's bottom line in Chinese martial art, which is Shaolin based on. The second, it is conceit without concessions, or concessions without conceit. You want this position, I give it to you. I slips in. And then when I slip in, I attack him. The body attack, the leg attack, and then you can continue on. Okay? It is a multiple combo. This is a simple one. There's no such thing as I take over, handle his body, and I turn over this hand, that hand, standing this far. You go fight that with a Xi Xiaodong, you're dead meat. Not even Xi Xiaodong's student. You're dead meat, okay? So, that is Wing Chun 1850. Always concess without concession. You go in, your arm strike him, your leg trip him, your body pressurize him. Now, concess without concessions meaning soft. Soft meaning concess without concessions. It means you don't fight brute force with brute force. You don't block. You don't try to capture his structure or something. So that's what it is. Now, if you say, how about the white crane? Oh, the white crane hand techniques is using here. Once I have my snake body slips in, my momentum, the short strike momentum, if I need it, if at that time is suitable, I can have my white crane Fujian technique. It is this simple. It is this simple. Why make it so, oh, snake body, crane limbs? Do you know what the heck is that? Can you use it? if there's Li Xiaotong on the other side? Not to say who win, who lost, but you need to get your opponent know what type of martial art or style you're using. It's like you're a Kyokushin. Nobody said that Kyokushin can be always beat their opponent. But Kyokushin has a standard, a quality standard. They have this high quality, they know what they are doing. Same thing with 1850s Wing Chun. The standard is that way. In the 1850, for the uprising, you don't mess around. This is not making movie. Okay? And for the snake engine, I might later make another YouTube on how to handle all your stability and mobility joints of your body. You cannot do something like that because it creates all kinds of twisting tension in your body, okay? In your lower part body. You have to do this. Why? Because in the proper snake body, the strength, the force, okay, physics force is from the feet ball here. Go right away to your arm for the attack, where all your joints here do not have stress from twisting or holding on. So your body, the entire body, you can look at it, it's like a pipe where the water from the ground go directly to where it needed to pump the water. Okay? That's different things. So the body has to be trained to be able to do that. And only if you be able to do that, you slips in. And your body be able to perform like a snake slips in. That's why it's called snake engine. Simple. That's all. If you don't know this, how the hell are you going to train and develop that skill? Now we are not talking about who's the best fighter in the world, or I think so, I believe so. We're just talking about, do you know what the heck you're talking about? You want to be grandmaster? We not even want to talk grandmaster. Just talk what is you are doing. So this is what I'd like to share with you today. This straight. If you don't know this, you never train on this, it's better to don't talk about it. Because it's going to make a fool of yourself.